How do you know if you're ugly? If you're good looking, people tell you all the time. If you're ugly, you've got to figure that out for yourself. Dave Chappelle. A little kid will tell you. You look in the mirror and your reflection walks away. See, I've got a severe case of no bitches. That's how I'm ugly. In my case, I learned pretty early in life. Anytime I'd play in the sandbox, local cats would try to bury me. Following this for my own research. Everyone is beautiful. Ask any mother about her children. Strangers don't offer to help you. Link photo. I'll tell you. I wish I had your confidence. To do what exactly? Don't go out. You accidentally have the camera on your phone facing you and you see the horror. What is something that you secretly hope for tomorrow morning when you wake up? That the cancer is gone. That the last 10 or so years were just a coma dream. That my dog get better. A winning lottery ticket on my nightstand. That someone who's gone will be back home. That my workplace burned down. To be refreshed and alert and ready to start the day when I awake literally has never happened. That I will find someone to be my friend at some point during the day. Or that someone will talk to me. To not wake up. That my bearded dragon's mass is gone and I can cancel the euthanasia appointment Monday. Broken heart. That today was fever dream and the absolute love of my life wants to share his life with me and we aren't actually broke up. To wake up next to her again. That my long lost love of 10 years who I just sent a friend request to on Facebook will accept it. That the feelings I had were gone and I didn't feel so emotionally exhausted. Serious single people, what is something you like about being single? I like the freedom that comes with being single. I don't have to worry about compromising my own desires to accommodate someone else's needs, and I get to choose how I spend my time and prioritize things that I find important. Big bet all mine. Nothing. I mean, I've been single for 10 years or so. It was so beautiful peaceful during the first few years. But recently I can finally feel the loneliness slowly creeping in. I don't want to be alone anymore. It's hard. But to each their own. You can do whatever you want to do when you want to do it. Sometimes I like just doing nothing or going somewhere with no real end goal. There is no tension for a Valentine's Day gift. Can instantly decide to backpack without thinking about coming back home for a week. It's so carefree. The only messes I need to clean up are my own. What are you starting to like less the older you get? Waking up at 5 a.m. to piss. Social media. I've already pared it down to Reddit and Instagram years ago but honestly could do without IG now. Anything with a lot of hype that requires me to stand in a long-ass line. Lack of leisure time. When I was younger, it wasn't a deal to go from work to gym to home to right back out half an hour later to bar hop or movie or something. Now it's like work. Oh hell, gym? Not even half an hour to chill? No? FCK. After gym I'm not doing SHT the rest of the night. Working. Getting drunk. Politics. People. Loud noises in general. That my parents are getting older. Dating scene and overall toxicity in it. Going to the damn grocery store. How fast time is slipping away from me rather than how slow it used to be as a kid. I hate losing interest in things I used to love. What animal feels like a dollar store version of another animal? Emus and ostriches. Did you ever see one of those swole kangaroos? Wallabies look like the dollar store version of that. Cute, sure. But a bit dumpy looking. Capybaras and guinea pigs. A snail is a dollar store turtle. Legless lizards and snakes. Just be a snake. This is a hilarious concept. A sloth is like if you bought a monkey on Wish. I always thought hyenas looked like a miniature, leftover parts bin version of a giraffe. Raccoons are dollar store pandas. Tapirs are dollar store elephants. Muskrats are rats role-playing otters. Canada geese are dollar store swans. Earthworms are caterpillars from real-life ducks are duck-billed platypuses if you found them on Wish. They have the bills and they lay eggs, that's it. They're not even venomous. Pigeons are cheap doves. Coyotes are wolves. Worms are dollar store snakes. What is best done naked? Taking a shower. It's never completely done. Swimming. Being birthed. Attending family reunions. Frying bacon. Grocery shopping. Freeze up the checkout lines very quickly. Photosynthesis. Saunas. Sleeping. Change my mind. Welding. Taking a dump. Showering. Public speaking. Fighting. I rather not share what first came into my mind but taking a shower. Driving. Tried it a couple of times. Very liberating. Getting dressed. Ops mom. Not sleepwalk outside in the city. High school graduation. Frying bacon. Playing ping pong. Seriously. Riding the subway to Coney Island. Sleep. Sleeping in the nude is the best way to sleep. Sex. Cuddling. Murder. Sleep. What isn't? Party face. Sexual harassment speech. Not ironing your clothes. Sleeping. Sleeping face. Swimming. Getting dressed. Swimming. Have you ever listened to a person talk for less than a minute and known you weren't going to get along with that person? What did they say? It isn't so much what they say, it's how they say it. If the person has not learned to take a breath between natural breaks in what they're saying and, instead, continue to steamroll over a conversation, I'm tuning out. I met one of my new colleagues at a barbecue that was being hosted by our work. A man drove with another co-worker, a woman and a friend of mine, so we arrived together. When I was alone for a moment, this guy, whom I've never spoken to before, comes up next to me and says, "Yo dude, you had seen that?" Gestures to my friend. I said no, and she also has a boyfriend. He very exaggeratedly says, "Damn yada yada, he got fired 2 years later for sexually harassing an intern." It's all about the tone for me. Asked me, "Do you mind if smoke?" Then proceeded to take out a meth pipe. What does northeastern Zimbabwe have that southern Malta does not? The only thing I know less about than northeastern Zimbabwe is southern Malta, a border with Mozambique. Hyperinflation. ZBW. More of Africa and less of the Mediterranean Sea, I would assume. Lots more trees. The biggest difference is that singer Krista Berg don't pay the ferryman. Lady in Red was only born in Malta. His decision to be born in Malta brewed some controversy, but he assured Zimbabwe that it was not personal. Pelicans, Harare, are oddly specific. I don't know about Northeast, but Northwest Zimbabwe has the absolutely stunning Victoria Falls, and Malta doesn't have those. Those who haven't caught COVID yet, how have you managed to avoid it? Macron Sue Macron. I got a brain tumor and I got isolated in a hospital about 1 year ago, and now I'm just trying to keep distance from people. I didn't avoid COVID, COVID avoided me. Me live in cave. Me never see people. I haven't had it yet and I don't know how it's possible. All my colleagues, my whole family, and my friends have had it. My mother has tested positive twice but was never sick. If people don't feel sick and don't get tested, it doesn't mean they never caught COVID. I suspect I'm just immune to it at this point. I had every reason to catch it. I hate people and I don't like to be touched. I leave my house maybe 3 or 4 times a week. It's easy when you're already an introvert. Lol. Added for context. Pre-COVID, I used to commute 5 days a week and go out on weekends. Stay away from kids. Easy. I haven't left the house. What is an old movie you would love to see brought back to theaters? Twister 1996. Saving Private Ryan. The experience of watching that through a cinema screen must have been pretty crazy. Lawrence of Arabia. Lord of the Rings. I'm going to watch all of them. Hopefully they do extended editions. Heat 1995. The Fifth Element. The Matrix. I know it's not that old, but my dad rubs it in my face all the time that he got to see it in theater and I didn't. I was 13 when it came out and he made me watch it as soon as it hit DirecTV PPV, but still. 23 years later it's still our favorite movie to see together, but I'll never forgive him for watching the first time. Me. The Thing, The Rescuers Down Under, Fern Gully, The Secret of Nim, and so many more. Alien. I wanna see 2001: A Space Odyssey on IMAX. What cranks your anxiety to 100? Large groups of people I don't know. A phone call from an unrecognized mobile number. We need to talk. Being in a vehicle with a reckless driver. High-stakes professional situations, for example job interviews. My anxiety was off the charts right before my grad school interview. Political world news. Thinking about work. Conflict of any kind. Nope. Can't do it. Staring into the pitch black dark for 30 seconds feeling like something is watching me. Is that just me? Uninvited guests, people visiting unannounced, even if they were my best friend. Can I ask you a question? My bank account. Being hungover. Like, everything. Opening up gifts in front of others. What hobby or activity attracts the most alcoholics? I live in Wisconsin. Everything attracts alcoholics. To pick an actual activity, bowling. Golf. I've lived on site at a golf club for 16 years and not one of those MFs are sober by the end of 18 holes with the lads. Billiards, gambling, pool bowling, dart leagues. Also life, bingo. I know it sounds weird, but my mom is a recovering alcoholic and she loves her bingo, and a lot of her bingo friends are also recovering from addictions. My answer is boaters. I feel like people buy a boat just to drink in slightly different locations each time. AA meetings, drinking, casual sports teams. Rugger buggers and cricket jerks in my case. I run a bar in the north of England. Slow pitch softball. Parenting. Fishing. What disgusts you the most about today's society? Many things, but family vloggers who profit off of videoing their young children for the whole world to see from birth without their consent. These kids have never known anything different and have no chance of growing up in the way that most do. The amount of people that will believe anything they hear or read about online and take it as fact. Also the lack of basic compassion. After all the horrors of war and mistreatment of each other, that we still continue to do the same things over and over again. That people glorify celebrities and influencers to the point that whatever they do makes online news, like it's news that matters. Nobody takes accountability for anything. It is always someone else's fault. People that live only to post on social media. They travel, go to restaurants, only to show on their Instagram feed how people are quick to dispose of others. especially without regarding the other person's emotions. What existed when you were a kid that doesn't exist now? Front bench seats in a car, restaurant smoking sections, 9 planets, bogs, internet that came on a disc, getting off the phone so someone can use the internet. Ha! The Twin Towers. Waiting all night to record your favorite song on cassette tape. Circuit City. 8-track tapes and rotary dial phones. Videotapes. Blockbuster. Gas less than $1 a gallon. The Crocodile Hunter. A lot more frogs. Dramatic difference over the last 40 years. Proper video game arcades packed wall to wall with machines, dark, and loud rock music playing. Damn, I miss those. Kmart cafeteria. Those rusty, metal merry-go-rounds at the park that killed almost all of us at one point. My sanity. What is okay to be addicted to? You know what they say about too much of a good thing, right? There are no good addictions, just good habits. Imagine being addicted to exercise. If you couldn't, for whatever reason, exercise, you'd go into withdrawal in a day or two and be miserable. If you were addicted to other people's happiness, you would prioritize that so far above your own that you would once again be miserable. Habits, on the other hand, are powerfully beneficial when they are positive. Definitely not MTG. Bass, life, music, breathing. Not trying to be a buzzkill, but nothing is okay to be addicted to technically. Addiction by definition is a bad thing. Robert Palmer told me love, cuddles, water, being a good person. I'm addicted to breathing. If I stop for even half a minute my body is affected. Hugs. And serial killing. What is one piece of advice that has significantly improved your mental health? We don't get paid enough for this shit. No is a complete sentence. It's getting easier to say as I get older, but I'm always surprised when people just accept it, and I wish I started saying it years ago. It's too difficult to keep up with white lies. I'm sick, I've got a birthday dinner, I've got plans, when you just want to say no. Never skip on sleep. Work to live, don't live to work. Not my circus, not my monkeys. This too shall pass. Helps with anxiety. Quit drinking. Don't take what other people say or do to you personally. Changed my life completely. When you're easily offended, you're easily manipulated. Works like magic. You are not your thoughts. You are not your thoughts. If you could make one thing illegal, what would it be? All telemarketing and spam. I would make children's beauty pageants illegal. I just never grasped the concept and will never understand how parents just want to objectify and exploit their children like this. WTF are there grown folks judging these little children based on their looks? It's incredibly disgusting and should be banned and made illegal in my opinion. Lobbying and all of the legal insider trading of politicians. Those fucking headlights. For me, it's a toss-up between our politicians being able to trade stock and make money outside of their salary, or large rental companies buying up single-family starter homes. Lying in politics. Being a career politicians and spending more time in office than 6 U.S. presidents. Jacking up the cost of insulin. Former homophobes of Reddit. What made you realize gay people aren't a problem? When a dude in my English class shared his family cut him out for being gay and he had no family willing to help. I didn't know that was common and the class rallied around him. HBO. When I was in school, a show called 6 Feet Under started. It was the first thing I ever saw that depicted a gay relationship. On top of that, there were several docs about gay people and the gay community around the same time. That kind of got me past the childish reactions I had to gay people. You never know what opens people's eyes to this kind of thing. And that's why representation matters. What are your thoughts on men that pee sitting down? I am an old fart, so I sit down just in case we are approaching a shark attack. I think they probably clean their own bathroom, and they aren't fools. I would too. Finally get a break. I do it when I want to treat myself. I do it every time since I'm the one who cleans the toilet. I have no idea the last time I peed standing up, but I'm sure I had skis on. Good for their prostate and bladder, clean and well raised. Comfortable in their own masculinity. As the only one to clean the toilets with 2 sons and a hubby, I fucking wish they had all sat down. Splashage is a real thing and hubby likes to deny, and it pisses me off that he denies it. I do this, it's so much cleaner. Unless I'm in a public bathroom, in which case I make as minimal contact with any surface as possible. I personally don't get why men piss while standing at a normal toilet. What does the Reddit community hate on the most? James Corden. Gender reveals. Reddit. Lately Twitter. TikTok. They hate anyone on subreddits with opinions that go against the majority of that subreddit. Even if you just fact check a post or comment that is false. Emojis. Zany face, zany face, zany face, playful face, playful face, playful face, playful face, neutral face, gun, EA Games. Seems like Elon Musk is public enemy 1 on Reddit. Currently Elon Musk all-time Donald Trump. Kids, employers, people with lives. A general difference in opinion. Republicans and DT. Age gap relationships. Did anybody say Kardashians yet? Rich people, old people, the Red Party USA. The 4th comment. Censorship from mods. You. Fuck you in particular. Conservatism and religion. Amy Schumer. American culture.